Okay. So once you got your case thrown out and the strike reversed, you weren't on parole at all.
Mm-mm.
But you're currently on parole?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what was that for?
But could I tell you something about when I got out, or something about when I got out?
Please.
Very interesting.
Okay.
When I got ready to get out, since I was the first one to ever get out from 3 strikes, and I'm on a level 4 yard, that's the highest it could go, and everybody on there got life. These men asked me to don't forget about them. All of them had life up under 3 strikes for non-violent, non-serious offenses.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm still keeping that promise today. So, by me not having no parole, I could go anywhere in the world. I hadn't seen my mama. I hadn't seen my family for those 4 years. My life looked like it was over with, but I never lost faith. But you know where I went? I went right to Fresno, where I was arrested at, and I called out the author of the 3 strikes law. That's Mike Reynolds. And I told him, let's debate the 3 strikes. And he granted me that, and we had a debate on the biggest radio station down there. And I had to tell him I'm sorry for doing him like that. I did, because I'm going to tear you up.
Okay.
But we had a report. But that show you how bad I felt and how wrong and unjustly. I didn't think about going to see my mama. I didn't think about me being free. I'm thinking about those men I left behind this unjust law, to where a white man's daughter got killed. But he gets to make a law that affects my life. And I've been around death. And when we get killed, we don't get no laws. They make crime bills.
Aha. So Mike Reynolds' daughter got killed, which
And
triggered
and that
the
and
three
then
strikes.
Paulie Kloss went and backed it up. But what he did was, if my daughter got killed and I'm fighting in her honor, I'm gonna have her face put up there on that picture. He went and took the Paulie Kloss kidnapping, took his daughter off because she had a questionable past, and made it a passionate plea. And that's when Clinton came and endorsed it because it garnered votes.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But you're currently on parole right now.
From Georgia.
Okay. And how many years?
I was sentenced to 83 years in Georgia in 2014.
For what?
3 counts of attempted murder on the police and 5 other counts. To where
Okay.
we got into it.
Can you talk about that situation?
Yeah, because I didn't get my day in court then. I want my day in court now.
Okay. So explain what happened.
I'm hustling, because that's another thing. You get in this game where you've been in it so long, you be too old to work and too young for Social Security. And that's where I'm at. So in 2010, I'm hustling in Georgia. We doing credit card. But I see it ain't going right. So I try to run to the car. We at the biggest mall in Lawrenceville, Georgia, Gwinnett County, the most richest in there. And I run to the car. And the police chase me. Open the door, car door, before I could start it. And I got my hands up. They put 3 guns right here, 1, 2, 3. And they had 2 ladies standing here with something on my arm. But my hands up. So I'm only looking right down this barrel. So my hands like this for 15 minutes. And I get tired. And I told him, either you're going to put them handcuffs on me, or you're going to have to pull that trigger. But while I'm looking straight down this barrel, I don't know they done surrounded this car, my car, with other vehicles to block me in, because I can't take my eyes off. For 15 minutes, my hands was like this with that. But I knew it was a video at this mall, and it was recording it. And I got tired of it. And I told him, either you're going to arrest me, or you're going to have to pull that trigger, because you violate my rights. And they said, don't do it. And I said, you're going to pull that trigger, or either I'm leaving. And they started shouting and moving. And because the car was running, I just didn't get to put it in reverse. because they pulled up on me. So when it come to engagement, you're going to have to pull that trigger. And I slowly go down while steady looking at them. And they starting it because they could have tranquilized me because they ended up shooting me 6 times in the end of this stuff. So it went from a minor case where they violated my rights, but I knew that tape was running. So I put my hand down and I throw the car in reverse. And when I go in reverse, bang! But I thought it was a shotgun blast, but it had ended up being a police car because there wasn't nothing back there when I ran. Boom! So now the police don't got knocked out the door, and I'm thinking they shooting. I duck, and I'm going back toward the officers. But I don't want to hit them, so I turn and collide. But they shot up the car, tased me, beat me into a coma. But it was a videotape.
Okay, so the police shot you.
They shot at me, but they didn't because they knew that tape would have showed me with my hands up. Okay. It'd have been murder.
Okay, so the police shot up your car but never hit you.
They shot up the car. I was tasered, everything. The only reason they didn't kill me was because they knew the camera. I took a chance that they wouldn't because if I die, that camera gonna catch them and my mom and them gonna be all right. So, no, this is very, and this, after that, when we go to court.
Well, hold on. So they tase you, they shoot at you.
Beat me up, put me in a coma.
So then they what, just take nightsticks and just beat you up?
No, they beat me up after they dragged me out the car, but they had tasered me when they had the other thing. That's how I found out it was a taser in the door. Then when they snatched the door open, they beat me up, cuffed me, called internal affairs. They came and interviewed me. I said, there's a tape up there that showed they violated my rights. I had my hands up. I surrendered. It was a simple case. And they kept them guns, and I made them pull it. They went and looked at the tape and came and said, we're not going to press charges. When I go to court, they don't have attempted murder. They got what they call aggravated assault. So I'm in court, and I'm thinking they just got me for the credit cards. The judge come in Wrangler jeans, plaid shirt, and I never will forget it. He said, boy, I see you from California, but you in Georgia now, and we got the death penalty. He said, I don't know what happened where a simple case could turn from a credit card case to where you're facing the death penalty if this police die. And that's when I knew they were serious, and this would save my life. I said, Your Honor, there's a video that would show me with my hands up to where I wasn't doing nothing and they wouldn't pull the guns off of me.
Okay, so you said if the police died, so was there a police that was hurt?
Yeah.
What happened to the police?
He lived.
What happened? How did he get hurt?
Remember I told you the door was open when I told you I was leaving. They all was standing in the door with the guns on me for 15 minutes.
Oh, so the police got hit by the door.
I'm going backwards. If they standing in that door,
Got it.
So that's what happened.
How badly was the police officer hurt?
It's bad enough to where I got 80-something years behind it, was facing the death penalty.
Okay, pretty bad.
And the judge said it out his mouth. I don't know what happened, but I know I was facing a death penalty.
Okay.
But now, remember I told you that tape would have exonerated me. My own attorney went and got the tape and destroyed it and brought a fake one in where you couldn't see what happened. He destroyed what happened.
Wow.
But why I don't get, that's how come I'm home. Why am I home with all them arrests, all them passes, been up under, no, why am I home now? They never offered me a deal. Christopher Darden, the O.J. Simpson attorney,
Okay.
he can testify that we caught him. He helped me investigate to catch him.
Chris Darden helped you. Okay.
Yeah, Chris Darden is a friend of mine where he helped me do quite a few things where they don't went and tried to give me a life sentence. Where another time, they caught me driving a rental car late and said the police went and told them Melvin confessed to stealing the car and knew it was a late return, which would make me eligible for 3 strikes, and they was fit to give me a life sentence after I got out for driving a rental car and he had to come. So my thing is, I caught my attorney. where he destroyed evidence that would have exonerated me. And then they forced me to take this deal. And now I'm on 30 years parole where my rights were violated. And anybody that, I wish I had his name right now because I got it on a piece of paper. Anybody that had this attorney, I want to say his name actually, and put him on blast and let's see who's lying. He was caught for destroying my tape. And when we got ready to start trial, these were my exact words I said to him. Check this out, white nigga. You thought I was a dummy from California and wouldn't know you brought in a fake tape to cover up for these police? And when I go to trial, I'm going to tell the courts that you hid a tape on purpose and brought a fake tape to me. So he said, you can't call me that. And I said, white nigga. Fuck you, your family, and anybody else. And when I go to court, I'm telling them. And it's two police where I told him, listen to what I'm fit to do so they can come to court and think I'm playing. They were fit to give me life till I caught him. They took me, you can look at the transcripts. They took me to court 7 days in a row to start trial for my life. And they never took me in there because they couldn't figure out what to do. And then he came and he said, Melvin, take this deal. And that's how I got to 80-something years, and I'm home.
And you were how old when you took the 30-year parole deal?
2010? Yeah. I'm 62 now. That's, 9 years ago? I'm about 53 when I went in there.
So you're going to be on parole until you're 83 years old?
I'm on parole. No, I got an 83-year sentence I had to deal. I'm on parole till 2030.
2030. Got it.
I got 20 years parole, but I shouldn't have nothing.
Yeah.
My attorney, those are serious allegations.
Yeah.
But where do I go to get my day in court? I did the time. I didn't cry. For me to say that a white police, my own attorney, hid a tape, brought me a fake one to cover up and say this all we got, and then find out he destroyed the tape, I shouldn't be compensated? My life, I was facing death. If I wouldn't have caught him, I would have got it and they would have did it. So why don't get my day in court?
Yeah, I feel you.